There's a number you've never thought about. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long it would take for the end of the world to reach you without you knowing it had even started. Here's what I mean. You're outside. Traffic is moving. Someone's drinking coffee, someone's late for work. Everything feels normal. And then the sun is gone. No explosion, no flash, no warning, just gone. So, how long before you notice? 1 second? 10? Actually, for the next 8 minutes and 20 seconds, nothing happens at all. Because the sun isn't close, it's almost 150 million kilometers away. The light hitting your eyes right now left the sun over 8 minutes ago. You are always looking at the past. And here's the part that breaks people's brains. Gravity works exactly the same way. Gravity isn't instant either. Changes in it travel at the speed of light too. So even with the sun erased from existence for 8 minutes and 20 seconds, Earth keeps orbiting a star that no longer exists. Birds keep flying, phones keep ringing, people keep living completely normal lives under a sky that is already lying to them. Then, 8 minutes and 20 seconds later, it happens all at once. The sky goes black, not sunset, not night, black. But for a moment, not completely. The moon goes first. Almost instantly. It has no light of its own. It only ever borrowed the sun's. So the second the sun's last rays stop arriving, the moon simply switches off. Mercury fades next. Then Venus. Their last reflected light finishes its trip to your eyes, and then there's nothing left behind it. But farther out, something stranger happens. Jupiter is still hanging there, Saturn too. Not because they survived, because the sun's very last light is still crossing the solar system, still reaching them, still bouncing back toward Earth. For over an hour, maybe longer, you'd be watching the solar system die in slow motion. One world at a time, on a delay. And then finally, Jupiter blinks out. Saturn goes dark. The lights finish going out in the order the universe decided, billions of years ago. At that exact moment, 8 minutes and 20 seconds in, Earth loses the sun's gravity completely. For 4.5 billion years, we've been falling around the sun. Now there's nothing left to fall toward. Earth shoots forward in a straight line at almost 30 kilometers per second. We have a name for what we'd become. A rogue planet, a planet with no star, no sunrise, ever again. But here's the twist almost nobody expects. We don't freeze, not right away. Space isn't cold the way you think. It's not cold at all, it's empty. Earth can only lose heat by slowly radiating it out like a stove left off in a sealed room. Day 1, cold, survivable. Within a week, temperatures crash below freezing worldwide. Photosynthesis stops completely. Plants start dying. Food chains start collapsing behind them. Within a few months, the oceans start icing over, but only on the surface. And that's the one thing that saves us. Ice floats. That floating ice becomes a lid, trapping the planet's leftover heat underneath it. Deep beneath that ice, the ocean stays liquid for centuries. Maybe far longer than that. Life survives down there. Humans too, if we're fast enough. Power grids fail. Cities go quiet. The survivors move underground. Geothermal heat, nuclear reactors, lights running on borrowed time, farms grown without a single ray of sunlight. Small civilizations, learning to live on a planet that forgot what daylight felt like. Centuries pass. Surface temperatures keep falling, hundreds of degrees below zero. Eventually, even the air itself starts to change. Imagine the sky itself starting to snow. Imagine walking outside to no air at all, because the air is now lying on the ground. Earth becomes a frozen rock drifting in the dark between stars no one is left to look up at. But even then, life doesn't fully disappear. Deep on the ocean floor, around hydrothermal vents, there are organisms that never needed the sun to begin with. No sunlight, no sky, no idea any of this ever happened. And maybe that's the part that should actually stay with you. We spend our whole lives treating the sun like the center of everything. But when it's gone, life doesn't just give up. It hangs on, quietly, in the dark, refusing to end. And somewhere, drifting through the galaxy forever, our frozen planet keeps going, carrying the remains of a civilization that once looked up and called one ordinary yellow star home. So here's my question for you. If you had exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds before the world changed forever, and no one else knew yet, what's the first thing you'd do? Tell me in the comments, and tell me what if we should break down next.